Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. And today I want to talk about something that's called the what the hell effect. So what am I talking about? What the hell am I talking about? Okay, so it's kind of this state of mind when you're retraining your brain, or when you're trying to create a new habit, or when you're trying to create something new in your life. Like if you're overweight and you want to go on a diet, okay? It's commonly used with dieters. It's like, oh my gosh, what the hell? I've already blown it for today. I've already, had that bowl of ice cream or had that bag of chips. So I might as well just blow the whole day. I'll restart tomorrow. Right? It's like with smokers who are trying to make a new habit and trying to quit. But then they have one. They break down and they have one. They're like, oh, what the hell? Might as well just smoke the rest of the pack and start tomorrow because I've blown it. Right? So same thing. If you're trying to go to bed earlier and you set your intention that you're going to have a 9 to 9:30 bedtime, and then you look up at the clock and it's already 10 to 10 and you're like, oh, what the hell? I've already missed my bedtime. I might as well finish this show, binge on Netflix, and not go to bed until midnight. So it's this weird effect that human beings have in the fact that when they think they've blown it, or when they think they've done something wrong, or that something hasn't gone right, they throw their hands up in the air and they're like, what does it matter? What does it matter? I might as well just continue to do what I'm doing. But the real fact of the matter is, it does matter. It matters so much, right? It matters so much that you look up at the clock and you're like, oh, it's 10 to 10. Shoot, I missed my bedtime. I better go to bed now. Right? Or, oh crap, I had that bowl of ice cream and it's going to ruin everything, but I better get back on it right now. No harm done. I'm still on it. Right? We always think that we've fallen off this wagon, or someone trying to quit drinking, and then they've had a glass of wine, so they go, oh, might as well finish the whole thing. So this stops us when we're chronically sick, when we're in chronic pain, when we have chronic symptoms, when we have an illness. This phenomenon called the what the hell, I might as well just start another day, I've already ruined it, stops us from healing in little and big ways throughout the day. So I want you to just think about your own healing style and where you let this effect seep into your life, right? Trickle in. If you are on the GAPS diet or the EAP diet or the keto diet or paleo diet or whatever it is, and you eat a food off of your list, to go, oh, what the hell? I might as well just, I might as well just forget this whole diet. It's just too hard. Or I'll start again tomorrow or next week or whatever. Same with bedtime. Same with any of your healing protocols. Same with whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, getting out and walking every day. But the main thing I want you to think about this here is because when you are trying to retrain your brain and you're trying to heal your body with your mind, so you're like, I'm not going to talk about my symptoms anymore. I'm going to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. I'm going to do my journaling every day. I'm going to feel my feelings. I'm going to, when it's these big kind of things that you need to accomplish in order to take a step forward in your actual healing, and you fall down, you say, I'm not going to talk about my symptoms anymore. I'm not going to rely on other people to listen to this because I'm just basically creating what I don't want to create. But then you have a really hard day and you start to cry and you tell your spouse or you tell your closest friend or your mom or your dad or whoever it is that you talk to about this. And you're like, oh man, I've already done it, so who cares? I might as well just always tell them, right? So one tiny little slip up really blows our whole plan. So we have to be aware of this, right? Because this is happening to you when you're trying to retrain your brain. You're trying to retrain your brain. You're trying to create good memories instead of this. You're trying to replace your thoughts. You're trying to do what you need to do to focus on your future and to train your brain into thinking about health, not illness. But your brain is sneaky. And it knows that if it can get you to think about this enough times, you'll give up, right? It's like thinking about the pink elephant, right? Try not to think about a pink elephant. Well, the first thing you're going to do is think about a pink elephant. And if you're like, I'm trying not to think about my symptoms, I'm trying not to think about negative thoughts, the first thing you're going to do is think about them, because it's just, you haven't distracted yourself or changed it or replaced it enough. And as soon as you do think about it, because your brain knows you will, it's going to sabotage you by saying, what the hell? It's useless. It's too hard. I can't do it, right? Of course you cannot think about a pink elephant. I bet you go almost all of your day, maybe 99 to 100% of your day, without thinking about pink elephants. It's only when somebody says, don't think about a pink elephant, that you do think about it. So, of course you cannot think about your symptoms. But when you're telling yourself constantly, don't think about my symptoms, don't think about my symptoms, don't think about my symptoms, you're constantly thinking about that. You're reinforcing that pattern. And that's all you can think about. But if you distract yourself into your normal day, into your whatever you're doing, if you really put your focus elsewhere, creating new thoughts and running through new things in your mind, you're not thinking about pink elephants anymore. It just happens as a natural byproduct to doing something else. And that's the same as it will be for your symptoms. The problem is you never get that far, because your brain sabotages you with this what the hell syndrome, and it takes you down. So you believe that it's too challenging and it's too frustrating and it's too hard, and you tell yourself, I might as well just give up, or I might as well just not try today. So a lot of this is just an excuse. It's a comfortable excuse for us to stop, right? To go back to our old ways, because the brain just wants to keep you safe, and it wants to keep you in a familiar pattern. So it's easy to say, oh, what the hell, and just throw our hands up. It's this subconscious energy coming up. It's this subconscious excuse. And why would we do that when we literally do want to do those things, when we want to heal, when we want to change our mind, when we want to? Why would we let something so easily stop us and just throw our hands up? And I believe it's because sometimes we're afraid of failure. Legitimately, we're afraid of following through, doing everything we can for as long as it takes, really being committed to either like losing weight, doing your walking, not talking about your symptoms, retraining your brain, whatever it is. We legitimately want to heal, so we follow through with what we believe will help us. And sometimes we are so afraid of failure. Like, what if I do this for 2-3 years and nothing changes? And like the thought of that is enough to stop us. But more than likely, I would say 90%, okay, to that 10%, is that we're afraid of success. And I know this sounds crazy because you want to heal. The person who's fat and wants to lose weight and be thin and fit wants to be fit. There's no question about these things. There's no question about these things. However, your life will change totally if you heal. And we are often afraid of the added responsibility, the added pressure, the added unknown. How will my life change? How will my relationships change? How will my job change? How will my time change? I will be a completely new person that I don't even know yet. If I'm able to follow through on this commitment and it works and I succeed, right? I will be a new person. And most of you are thinking, yes, that's the person I want to be. But is deep down, your subconscious doesn't, right? Your subconscious wants to be safe. Your subconscious wants it to be familiar and to keep you safe. That's why it's so good at throwing obstacles in your path, and you're so quick to throw your hands up and say the whole thing's ruined now. I can't carry on, or this doesn't work, or what's the point, or I've already blown it. We're really quick at that. And that's just this excuse getting in the way. That's just our subconscious trying to give us an out, right? Say, I would rather keep you safe than to worry and stress about how your entire personality, your relationships, your life, everything, that you could fear is going to change as a result of this. And you're going to have to get out there. You're going to have to face things. You're going to, be a different person. And that is scary to the subconscious mind. Even if you consciously, rationally choose to be that person, your subconscious is like, no, I want to be safe. I want it to be familiar. I want to feel comfortable. So take a deep breath and just let that in for a minute. So if you're like most people, you're going to find it very hard to believe that your subconscious steps in and sabotages you. It sabotages you. It sabotages you from reaching your goals, your dreams, from retraining your brain, from breaking your old patterns, from creating something new, to healing your illnesses, to healing your life, to getting in shape, to getting fit, to getting that dream job, to going out in the world, to having that great loving relationship. Your subconscious steps in whenever it can to sabotage you. And it doesn't make sense. Why would the subconscious sabotage you? And the only reason is because deep down, it needs and craves familiar. It craves comfort. It craves safety above all else. And so its job is to keep you safe. And just anything unknown, change is the enemy, basically, of the subconscious. Okay, the subconscious will do everything it can to not have change, to keep you safe, to keep you smaller, to give you a lot of excuses, to sabotage you whenever it can, to make it seem like it's never the right time, right? Your subconscious can step in without you even knowing it and aid you. It feels it's giving you relief, right? It feels it's giving you relief from this challenge, from this change that's about to happen. And it wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep you comfortable. It feels like it's a best friend, right? Coming in to protect, coming in to save, coming in to say, it's okay, just sit on the couch. You don't have to do it today. You don't have to bother today. It's too hard. You're okay. I've got you. You don't have to do this, right? It doesn't mean to do this. It's not trying to hurt you. It is doing in fact, the complete opposite. It's trying to save you. It's trying to help you. So why would the brain do this? Why would our brain try to do this to us? And the reason is fear. The reason is fear. Most of our reactions are based because of fears, because of something that we're afraid of. If we felt love before and we were in a relationship but we were hurt, we fear it will happen again, right? If something bad happened when we were at a certain place or a certain time, when we developed kind of a fear of it, the next time we see or we're in that place, we have an anxiety attack. So it's fear. So again, your symptoms, your body is actually fearing that you'll stay sick, fearing the symptoms. We're in fear. We're in fear of everything. We're in fear of things that, things that we are supposed to want to do. We want to do these things, yet our subconscious sabotages us, and it sabotages us from fear. So fear is so important for you to recognize, and it's certainly important for you to get to know your fear intimately. Like in most situations, it's important for you to ask, what am I deeply afraid of? If this turns out, what is my fear? What am I afraid of if I heal? What am I afraid of if I don't talk about my symptoms? What am I afraid of, if I don't meet this goal? What would happen? What would happen if I did meet it? What am I afraid of? So you really want to dig for the fear, because the fear is there. There's a subconscious fear, and that's what it's trying to protect you against. And we have to dig to really, 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 really see the connections sometimes about what that fear actually is. Okay, so the thing about fear is that no matter how deep it is, how buried it is, if we know we're dealing with fear, if fear is at the root of it, fear always, 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 always turns on your autonomic fight or flight system. So this is what happens. Our fight or flight system is turned on, even if we don't feel activated, even if we don't feel stressed out or we're not running from a tiger, if we're in fear, if we're living in fear, right? If our nervous system has fear at the root, it's turned on. Even if it's just turned on a little, it's turned on, it's idling, it's on. And what that does is that wears us out, right? Because our system is not in rest and repair. It's not able to heal, digest, to do any of that work. It's ready. It's on guard. Our system's on guard. It's looking around. We're scanning the environment. We're looking for danger. We're looking for fears. We're looking for ways to take our thoughts and justify them, and to make them right. We're looking around. We're scanning our body symptoms, we're scanning the environment, we're scanning everything. Whether we know it or not, we've been activated. Our systems have been activated. So this is the problem. This is kind of how it builds up, and we don't even know it. And it keeps us stuck, it keeps us sick, it keeps us being able to heal. So it's really important that we look at our fears, because until we can turn off that system, we can't heal. And if we're constantly living in fear as the root of why our brain tries to sabotage things for us, right? Because we're afraid to move forward in our life or do things, there's this underlying fear that we don't even understand or know. So it's quite a circle, really. But let's talk about now what we can do about this. When we're dealing with fear, one of the best things that we can do, the absolute best thing that we can do, is to calm our central nervous system. That's why so many of my videos talk about calming the central nervous system. We have to learn how to turn off the fight or flight response. And we have to, if we're in freeze, we have to learn how to first come out of freeze. We have to calm ourselves and settle ourselves down to a regulated response, right? So one of the best things for this, and unfortunately people don't like to hear this, is mindfulness. So mindfulness, to me, I mean, there's basically the whole mindfulness practice is centered around just getting into the present moment, in present time, and having all the other distractions go away, right? So that's what you're looking to do. So that's why meditation and meditation practice is so key, because it trains our mind. Meditation really isn't to get all the thoughts out of your head. That's not what meditation is. It's not to, as your thoughts come up, like, oh, my head hurts, my back hurts, I have to do laundry later, that grocery list, oh my gosh, this needs to be done, I forgot to do this, why can't I stop thinking about my head and my sore stomach? And right, so this is what comes up as we meditate. And people often think, like, this isn't helping me, it's not doing anything. But what it does is it trains the mind, as you try to let go and stay in the present moment, it just trains the mind to be able to settle, to resist the thoughts, to resist getting worked up, to resist getting into fight or flight, to resist taking action, to going on your list, to doing everything that you need to do. It's really there to learn to settle you. So meditation and mindfulness practice is basically that. It's practice. It's practice for calming down your central nervous system, for to really calm that heightened sense of fear. And that your ANS, your automatic nervous system. You want to calm that down while you're thinking about it, so that we don't react. We don't react the way our body is naturally programmed to react. And that's really what meditation is. It's not, sitting there and meditation's going to cure you, or meditation's going to heal you, or meditation is somehow going to be this magic thing where you empty your brain and you reach this, state of, ecstasy or whatever, just sitting there, right? But that is not really what it is. It's a practice of, as things come into your mind, we let them slip away. we just let them dissolve back into nothing as we bring our attention back to our breath and our awareness. And we're not reacting. We're practicing just staying calm in the face of everything else that comes and goes in our mind. So that's what it is, a practice. So if meditation doesn't work for you, and it doesn't work for your lifestyle, and it doesn't resonate from you, and you don't feel like doing all these, mindfulness practices and techniques, or the journaling and setting through that, and just realizing, there's so many different practices that you can do. But if none of them really resonate with you, if you're confused about them or whatever, the most important thing to know, the only thing to know really, is that we need to calm down. And that's why people are always saying deep breaths, deep breathing, focus on your breathing, focus on your body, focus on your awareness. This is true because all we really want to do is calm the central nervous system down, calm the autonomic nervous system down so that it doesn't take off in fight or flight, so that we can control its urge, its autonomic urge to protect us, because it's fearful of everything, of all our emotions, of all our fears, of everything that we're stuffing inside, everything that we're holding down, of all the things that we are afraid that might or might not happen, right? And so staying calm is always important. So going back to this video, the beginning of this video where I said, you can just kind of throw your hands up in the air or say, I've already blown it today. Doesn't matter. I've already blown it. I've already not done this. I've already not done that. It really doesn't matter, no matter what practice you're doing or what you're trying to accomplish. Calming the nervous system down, getting out of fear, staying grounded, refocusing, and starting again is so important, right? Every day matters. Every moment is a second chance. Every moment is your second chance. And the most important thing you can do with the beginnings of that second chance, the first thing we need to do is become aware. Be aware. Are you in a pattern? Are you playing out a subconscious pattern? Can we break that pattern? And can we calm the nervous system down? Those are the two biggest things, and then you can take action from there. Then you can do something from there. Then you can retrain your brain. You can create new thoughts. You can, think better thoughts. You can take action. You can do all kinds of things. But until you become awareness, I'm in fear. I'm living in fear. This is a pattern. This is a subconscious pattern. My brain is trying to keep my body safe. And I'm going to give it signals that it is safe by breathing deeply, by calming down, by staying as calm as possible, by not reacting, right? By sitting with my feelings, with my emotions, with my sensations, with my feelings, and I'm not going to react to them. I'm going to stay calm. And the more that you can retrain that part of your brain to become aware and then to stay calm, the better chance that you have of taking the next right step. So those are the first right steps, and every chance is a new chance. Every moment is a new chance. It's never too late. So don't be like, oh, I blew it today. Remember, that is just your body giving you an excuse so that it can keep you safe, because it's not sure what's on the other side of you accomplishing your goals, right? And it's just trying to normalize things for you. So we take a breath. You didn't blow anything. You can pick yourself up. Stay calm, right? Remind yourself this is a pattern, and then we can go forward.